All right, today we are pulling back the curtain on a really critical but often misunderstood corner of the drug safety world, pharmacovigilance quality. You can kind of think of it as this unseen shield that's protecting patients every single day. So let's dive right in.
So, first things first, what are we even talking about when we say PV quality? It sounds pretty straightforward, but as you're about to see, what most people think it is, well, that barely scratches the surface.
Yeah, for so many people, the second you say PV quality, their brain immediately jumps to one thing: reporting timelines. Making sure those adverse event reports get submitted on time. It gets boiled down to this administrative, box ticking job. But honestly, that completely misses the whole point.
Because the real mission here is so much bigger and more profound than just shuffling paperwork. It's really about building and maybe more importantly, maintaining trust in the entire safety system. And this is where it gets really interesting. You can basically distill the entire field down to this one single question. This is the heart of PV quality. See, it's not asking, hey, was that report submitted on time? It's asking something much deeper. Is our entire process reliable? From the second we get a piece of information to the moment we make a crucial decision, can we trust it? And that right there is why this question is so vital. Look, the end goal isn't just about being compliant for the sake of being compliant. The real goal is to build a system that is robust, that is reliable, because that system is what actually protects patients when a medicine is out there in the real world. Okay, so if it isn't just about timelines, what does a PV quality professional actually do all day? What do they oversee? Well, as we're about to see, it's a much, much bigger picture. The real scope is, well, it's the entire ecosystem of drug safety. We're talking about making sure the workflows for handling safety cases are actually sound, that the data, the bedrock of all of this, has integrity. It's about managing the quality of vendors and partners, overseeing the incredibly complex process of signal detection, and, yeah, ensuring regulatory reporting is timely, all while making sure you are ready for an inspection at a moment's notice. It is a huge dynamic responsibility.
Now, to handle all of that, you have to adopt a very specific way of thinking about risk. And it's actually pretty different from how other quality assurance folks think about it. This table here lays it out beautifully. Think about it. If you're in manufacturing QA, you're worried about a physical defect, right? A crack in a vial, a problem with a batch. If you're in clinical QA, your focus is on the credibility of the data from a very controlled study. But in pharmacovigilance, oh man, the risk is constant. It's always changing because you're monitoring a product being used by millions of people in all sorts of uncontrolled, real-world situations.
So what happens is the questions you ask become so much more proactive, so much more vigilant. It's not just about what went wrong yesterday. It's about asking, right now, are we even seeing the full picture? Are we catching potential problems at the earliest possible moment? And if we make a decision, is it documented so clearly that anyone can understand our thinking? It's a state of constant watchfulness.
So as you can probably imagine, trying to operate with that kind of mindset in such a complex environment, well, it presents some pretty unique challenges for the folks in this field.
I mean, these professionals are constantly juggling incredibly complex global regulations, which change all the time, by the way. They're wading through these massive oceans of data, and they're often managing critical systems that are run by external vendors. And they have to do all of this, provide strong oversight, without grinding the essential safety operations to a halt. It is a true balancing act. So, to meet those challenges, you need a very specific skill set. It's not just about memorizing regulations. It's about having this deep, instinctual feel for data integrity. It's about having a risk-based mindset so you can focus on what really matters. And it's about crystal clear documentation, understanding the safety workflows inside and out, and being a fantastic communicator. Those are absolutely key. I just love this definition. The PV quality professional is a bridge. Think about it. On one side of the canyon, you have the complex, ever-evolving world of safety science. On the other side, you have the rigid, demanding world of regulatory compliance. The person in this role has to stand in the middle, connecting them, translating between these two worlds to make sure they actually work together. Okay, so let's pull all of these threads together. When you step back and look at the entire life of a medicine from start to finish, you can really see where PV quality offers its unique and, frankly, irreplaceable value. Just follow the product's journey for a second. First, clinical QA makes sure the data from the trials is reliable.
Then, commercial QA makes sure the product itself is made consistently and safely. But once that product leaves the factory and goes out into the world, PV quality steps in. It becomes the final, crucial layer of protection, monitoring safety for every single patient, every single day, for years. So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Pharmacovigilance quality is not about catching mistakes after they happen. It is a proactive discipline. It is all about building robust systems, systems that make patient safety something you can actually see, something you can measure, and something that you never, ever stop monitoring. And that brings us to a final thought for you. For those of you who are already in this field, or maybe you're thinking about jumping in, I'd love for you to think about this. What has been the biggest mindset shift for you in really understanding this world? It's a huge move, isn't it? From just thinking about compliance to embracing this much deeper sense of vigilant stewardship for patient safety. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.